hey, Scully, smoke this, make you feel good. And I put it in my coat pocket and forgot all about it. Now, and a couple of weeks later, I was on my way to a drive-in movie. And I ran my hand in my coat pocket to get my ticket. And I felt this cigarette. I said, I think I'll smoke and see what's to it. And I smoked it, drove into the movie, and I sat there for 2 hours. And the screen didn't look no bigger than that to me. Huh? And what had happened, I had smoked that cigarette and gotten high and had backed into the drive-in movie and was watching it through my rearview mirror. Couldn't see nothing. So we really got to do something about that because you miss a lot of movies messing with that stuff. It's really nice to be here. It's the first time I ever worked the Carol Burnett show. And I always get a good feeling when I start doing shows of this caliber because I always didn't do this well. Really, I came from a very humble beginning, and I never forget it. I was born in the ghetto, raised in the ghetto. I got married in the ghetto, and we had children in the ghetto. And I never forget this, because once a year I go back to the ghetto and I visit my wife and my kids. You got to remember from whence you came. I'll never forget when the first white family moved into our neighborhood. It was funny. They woke up the next morning and found a watermelon burned on their lawn. They've been having a lot of trouble in the States. I see where they had a little riot in Vegas. They had a little dissension in Chicago, so forth. I never forget when they had this little mess in New York. I checked out a couple of stores when they were throwing bricks and bottles and stuff in there. I checked out a couple of stores. I didn't steal no clothes or nothing. I was stealing their credit records. I don't owe nobody nothing now. They were having a friend of mine walks into a clothing store, and he tries on a suit. Beautiful mohair suit. He tries it on, gets fitted. The fellow says, "Do you like it?" He says, "I love it." He said, "Well, give me $40. You can pick it up Tuesday." He said, "You put it back in the window. I'll pick it up tonight." I've been having a lot of trouble myself, You have these kind of trouble. You have this kind of trouble. I had a little thing with an operator today, telephone operator. I don't have anything against the phone company personally, but I don't like for them to get in my business. A friend of mine called me up. He said, "Scully," I said, "Yeah." He says, "Loan me $20? I said, "What'd you say?" He said, "Can you loan me $20? I said, "Man, I can't hear you." He said, "No, Scully, can you loan me $20? I said, "Boy, we sure must have a bad connection. I can't hear a word you're saying." Just then the operator cut in. She said, "I can hear him very clearly, sir." I said, "Well, you loaned him $20. I don't know. It doesn't make much difference. I went to Vegas the other week. Had a ball up there. You ever see those shows up there? Those nudie shows? Look like the girls are wearing cutaway lingerie, It's funny. I remember my father never let me go to those things. He used to always tell me, "Don't go to those shows. You'll see something you don't want to see." And the first time I went, I saw something I didn't want to see. My father was sitting right down front. I live in a neighborhood here, and there's a chick lives next door to me, and she's very weird. She's very weird. She has a bird, a parrot, and she loves this bird with a passion. Loves it. And the only thing about this bird, it doesn't know but 2 words. 3 words. 2 words. Let me count it. He knows 3 words. Who is it? That's all the parrot can say. Who is it? And she told the parrot one day, she says, "Look, I have to go down the street to the drugstore, but I'm expecting the plumber. So when he comes, would you tell him to come in?" And she left, And a few minutes later, the plumber came and he knocked on the door. "Patty, who is it?" Said, "The plumber." Nobody said nothing. So he knocked again. He said, "Patty, who is it?" Said, "The plumber." And nobody said, "Just a moment, or I'll be right with you," or anything. And he started getting quite disturbed about it. And he knocked again. He said, "Patty, who is it?" Said, "The plumber." And he couldn't get any kind of response. And he got upset about it. He banging on the door. "Patty, who is it?" Said, "The plumber." And nobody would come to the door. Nobody said and he banged it. "Patty, who is it?" Said, "The plumber." And he started getting red in the... Well, he didn't get red in the face. It was a colored plumber. And he banged it. "Patty, who is it?" Said, "The plumber." And he got mad. And he's banging on the door. And he got a heart attack and died. And the lady came back and she saw him laying there. She ran in. She looked at the parrot. She said, "There's a man out there and he's dead. Who is it?" The parrot said, "The plumber." Oh, you don't have to do that. Yeah. Hey, you've been you've been a very very delightful audience. You really have. Hey, I want to tell you, and you got a minute, right? I want to tell you that I felt so good this afternoon. I'll be on the show again this winter. Because I heard the producers talking this afternoon, and one of them was telling the other one, said, be a cold day for he's here again. So I'll be back this winter, so please tune in and watch us, okay?